Everybody, Mr. Brown here. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We're getting to be at that time of year where we're going to be ending Module 3. And so one of the things I want to do before we get to the very end is to do a little bit more of a review today for 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication. And so this is something we've been practicing quite a bit recently. I'm going to need you to have a piece of regular white paper in front of you going the long way, the hot dog way, okay? And then I'd like you to do a couple of things. First of all, let's take this piece of paper. Let's fold it in half like this, like a greeting card, and fold it nice and neat, okay? And then open it back up again, okay? So you'll have a little crease. We'll do one problem to the left and one problem to the right. Put your name on the upper left-hand corner. I'm just gonna put the word name right there. Please remember, as I often say in these videos, pause the video as many times as you need to, okay? Because you're going to need to follow along, and I'm going to do something very different at the end of this video. I'm going to give you one or two, probably two, examples for you to try on your own on the back, okay? So you're going to need to have both of the examples copied exactly how I'm doing them. And then I'm going to have you try a couple on your own, which is I don't normally do. So on the left-hand side, we're going to try the example. We're not going to try, we're going to do it. We're going to do 67 times 30. Now you'll notice the number at the bottom is a multiple of 10. So this is going to be the kind of the scaled back, simpler version. Again, pause it as many times you like so that you can get exactly what Mr. Brown's doing. We're going to start off by drawing a rectangle. It doesn't have to be the prettiest rectangle in the world, but what I would like is to kind of break the rectangle up into two. So you'll have a larger piece to the left and a slightly smaller piece to the right. Now this should look familiar to us. This is called an area model, okay? And one of the things we do with an area model is we take this number, this 2-digit number, that is not a multiple of 10, and we break it up into expanded form. So the value of the 6 is 60. We're going to write that here. And the value of the 7, of course, is just a 7. We're going to write that there. Now, since this is a 30, there's nothing really to break up. So I'm a little too tight with my room over here, but we're going to write our 30 right there all by its lonesome. Now, we've all used a multiplication chart. So we know at a multiplication chart, usually it kind of works like this. This is how the numbers combine, this way and this way, right? So for this example right here, the inside of this box is going to be 30 times 60. And the inside of this box is going to be 30 times 7. Now, what we know from multiplying numbers like this is that it's actually pretty darn easy. We just multiply the two numbers that are not zeros, right? 3 seeds each in 6 string beans. How many in all? 18. And how many zeros do we add to that? 1, 2. So our product is 1,800. Over here, pretty much the same deal, right? 7 little 3s sitting in the sun. What's their product? 21. But this time we only add 1 0. Now, when it comes to, again, please pause this because I know I'm going fast because I have a lot to cover. Pause it, rewind it, pause it, rewind it as many times as you need to. What we have just created are two partial products, okay? These are not the final products, they're the partial products. Some would argue that there's a certain way, in order that you should put these here. They say the smaller one should go on top, like this, 210. And the larger one should go underneath, 1,800. What is extremely important is that you line them up like toy soldiers. So all of the ones, all of the 10s, take your time. All the hundreds are lined up perfectly. You've got to make sure that you do that, okay? We're switching gears from multiplication to addition. And remember, regrouping happens sometimes, right? 2 plus 8 is 10. So the 0 goes right here and the 1 goes up there. I like to circle my regroups. Some people don't. That's okay. And of course, 1 plus 1 is 2. And don't forget that comma, right? So this is the first one. Again, a multiple of 10 is on the bottom. Here's where things get a little interesting. Now, if you are following along, you are paying attention, do me a personal favor. At the bottom of your paper, just to prove that you're paying attention, draw a picture of a hamburger, please. Right at the bottom of your paper. draw a picture of a hamburger. You can pause it if you need to show me that you were listening to this part and you're not just skipping to the part where I skipping ahead. So that's one of the ways I can know that you're actually listening to my example. Okay, this one right here is going to be over to the right hand side is going to be 43 times 56. Now you notice that neither of these are multiples of 10s, but we can still, well, we'll start off by drawing ours in roughly the same way, okay? Starting off like this. Mine's not a great rectangle, so don't feel bad if yours isn't. So we're seeing that this one looks pretty much like this one, right? But because this one here is not a multiple of 10, we're going to have to make some changes here, okay? So we can start off the same way we did over here, okay? The top number, the value of this 4 is 40. The value of this 3 is 3. But because this is also a 2-digit number with actually something of substance in the ones place, we have to draw an extra line down here. So carefully do that, please. Okay? And so before, the way we did it over here was the 50 would just go right here. Well, we have a 6 right here, right? We've got to have something we need to put separate, right? We have a value here and a different value is 50 and 6. So the 6 goes right here. Now, when I showed you before, right, how a multiplication chart works, right? 30 times 60, 30 times, well, it's going to work sort of the same way over here. There's just a lot more of it, okay? 40 times 50 goes here, or 50 times 40. It doesn't really matter, the order, okay? 50 times 3 goes here. Again, this is just like how we were doing it before. Nothing major. Now, with a 6, things get a little bit interesting, okay? But it works still the same way that a multiplication chart does. 6 and 40. Boop, like that. 6 and 4. 6 times 40. And this is 6 times 3 down here. Look how my fingers are going. 6 times 3. Okay, we know that 6 times 3 is 18. We know that 5, it doesn't matter which order we do these in, 5 times 3 is 15 with a 0 after it. We know that 5 times 4 is, and I apologize for going so fast, but I'm limited in time for how long these videos can be. So this 0 belongs to the 20 of 5 times 4. Then add the 2 zeros. And again, pause this video many times, as many times you need to.
Sarah Jones, if you're in the building,
Oh,
could you please
you can tell us after school when I'm making this because there's announcements going on. 6 times 4 is 24 with a 0 after. Now I have all these partial products. And again, pause it. I know I'm going fast. Some say it doesn't matter which order you go in. Some say that it does. It's all good either way. But I would say it probably does matter. I like to go in this order. Do this one first, then that one, lining them up like toy soldiers. So we've done that one, we've done that one. Now let's do the 18 like that. And now let's do the 240. And again, I know it looks a little weird and a little sloppy, right? But that's how we have to do it. Okay. When it comes to vertical addition, look for any hidden 10s. I don't really see much in the way of hidden 10s. I see an 8 here. I mean, usually hidden 10s are with 2 of them that add up to 10. A 5 and a 4 and a 1 add up to 10. I don't know if we really call that a hidden 10 or not. We do have to regroup. 5 plus 4 is 9, plus 1 is 10, and regroup. And then we have 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4, and we drop the 2. So the answer is, that's a weird looking 8, is 2,408. Now, before we go, I want you to flip your paper over, okay? Take your time to copy this down. I want to give you 2 to try on your own. Flip your paper over. The one that I want you to try your own right here is 56 times 20. I want you to try that on the left-hand side. And then on the right-hand side, I would like you to try 23 times 53. And I want you to try that on its own, okay? You know, I know these things are a little bit tricky, but I'll quickly try to see if I can get this. Maybe I'll try to do a 20, a 3, a 50, a 3. So maybe you can copy that down. Maybe that can help you a little bit for this one, because I know these ones can be a little bit tricky. So remember, it's going to go boop, and then boop, and then boop, and then boop. So try it. Just give it a try on your own and see if you can do it. If you need help from an adult in the room, please ask. Give it a shot. I believe in you. Thanks, folks. Have a wonderfully fantastic day, and I will see you soon.